Kaerith, you open your eyes in a large stone chamber. Far above you, you can see these jagged cliffs that go all the way down hundreds of feet to this basin where you currently sit. And as you look down at yourself, you can see that you are sitting on a stone chair. I guess almost like a classic like throne-like shape of a stone chair, with crystals formed completely over your hands. And when you try and move them, they feel completely stiff, as if they have been form-fitted specifically to your hands, as if these crystals have grown around your arms. And you can notice the same for your legs. There are 4 of these Kratha druids standing in front of you at the far side of this central part of. There's almost like this central circular platform of the room, and then who knows what's in the abyss beyond that. You can just see that the far wall goes down into darkness. You must be hundreds and hundreds of feet underground, though you wouldn't know where. And walking around towards where you can actually see, since it's kind of hard to get your head all the way behind you, you can see the oligarch, which you have just tried to murder, Lord Solanima. And as he comes up closer to you, finally awake. Anything to say for yourself? And I will remind you, you're under the effects of Dominate Person currently.
I can't say that I got told to do this.
I mean, yeah, that is part of the story, technically, that you have been told to tell. So, but you will need to fulfill what you have been told to say.
Sir Oligarch, I can't do anything about it. It wasn't me.
Unfortunately, as you try and find those words, you can't say that. That is outside of what you are able to say under these effects. As I will remind you, you are only able to confess to committing the crime in the name of Zingul Ka. As you try and say a more accurate confession, you just, it almost feels like when your voice cracks, you just can't get a word out. And as he looks at you as you don't answer his question, he flicks his hand, and you see a spike of stone emerge from the floor in front of you, with its tip resting against the center of your chest. I'll ask you again. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Or a confession to make, or shall we start?
Sir, I work for hire. I did this for the great Zingul Ka.
Alright, now we're getting somewhere. And, man, I was gonna make you do a saving throw or something for this, but I don't even know if you can dodge this realistically. You feel a piercing sensation on your chest as this spike slowly gets longer out of the ground. It doesn't seem like this is going to get you out of what he's going to do to try and get information. And I'm going to roll some damage. This is honestly minor damage for this guy.
Minor damage could still kill me, by the way.
You're going to take 8 damage as you feel this spike press into your chest as blood starts to drip down from where it pierces through. And I'm going to give you one chance to do a wisdom save. And then
Great D&D Beyond Gods. Please give me the power
and then
turn
we're
on
going
high.
to the intro.
10.
As you fail another wisdom save, the die is cast. And welcome to Spellcheck. Last time, our heroes have been completely split up. First, we followed Ro as she confronted 20 police officers at once and was luckily given an opportunity to escape by Captain Clifton. And once again, another opportunity to escape and a little bit of information on what has happened to the rest of the party by the same captain when he showed up at her house later that day, as Ro and her daughter and her granddaughter were able to escape into the city. Meanwhile, Kaerith was sent under the effects of Dominate Person to assassinate Lord Solanima and failed really bad, to be honest. Even with the surprise round and going first initiative, went down in a single round to the Archdruid. Now, as in the recap, has found himself somewhere deep beneath the earth, and Solanima wants answers. Meanwhile, our other two have found themselves in prison, under the effects of some kind of spell cast by an illusioner there, which has put them into a dreamlike state where they can barely remember what's real. And we rejoin Leinara. Leinara, we find you along the coastline, waves lapping in the distance as they kind of brush against these sea stacks. And you can kind of see back towards town. It's just kind of silhouetted in this perpetual seaside fog and cloud of spores of the mushroom plateaus. As in this kind of rocky outcrop or I guess alcove, Leinara and Zila work on making a potion. And I'll let you decide, what potion do you think you'd be making? Or at least trying to make?
Do you have suggestions? Either that way. Oh, sorry.
How about potion of animal friendship?
Sure.
Cool.
Ironic, but you know.
Yeah. Though it's one that I know for a fact uses animal parts, is why I bring it up.
Okay. Alright.
As you begin to mix all of this, glancing out across the water, it seems calm out there. And could I get a perception check?
Perception check. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's just a 10.
10? It's hard to tell,
10.
but it just feels like the far coast looks wrong in some way.
Oh.
But not enough to really set off any warning bells just yet.
Okay.
Could I get for that a con check or a wisdom save.
Okay. Let's see. I swear, if I roll another 6. That's so funny. I rolled a natural 6. That's a 9.
You're never getting out of here.
No, I'm not.
At this rate, this
Yeah.
is gonna be really rough. As you
What
look
else did
over
you
there,
expect
it
from me?
feels like you remember it differently, but then that seems to almost just slip away from you. As if it was just a dream that you're trying to remember and isn't quite there. And I need you to make a dex save.
Wait, what? wait. Oh! Just throwing saves at me. Great. That's a 16.
You hear a yelp from behind you and a bubbling sound as almost like a baking soda volcano or like Coke with Mentos in it. The potion behind you is going to just erupt with foam. As let me roll for Zenith 1 sec.
Fuck's sake, Zelda.
They pass as well, or he passes as well.
Oh, awesome.
As you guys are both able to jump back, this just kind of foams over. None of you are going to accidentally get affected by whatever this was going to do.
Silly, what in the world you do?
I mean, I thought that they were gonna. I thought the eyes were gonna work just fine. Apparently, minnows are no substitutes for newts. Who would have known?
I feel like I should say I told you so.
Also, I didn't have any squirrel.
What do you mean?
Well, it said
You
I
said
need
you
some
had everything.
squirrel. I had hair from a mammal.
What mammal?
Unclear.
Silly! Swear, what is wrong with you? Oh my god.
It's definitely hair.
That's not reassuring.
Well, mammals are the
Okay.
ones with hair. So it's definitely from a mammal.
I don't even know what to say to you. Okay, well, what are we gonna do with this now?
I don't know, you try it anyway.
Are you
Maybe
sure?
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah. No, probably best we don't.
Like bubbling
mess
on the
with that.
table. And like the small, like I guess more of like a flat rock.
Yeah.
It is just, there's just foam that is just slowly dripping down onto the sand off the edges of the rock.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna go get some water from the beach and see if we can tidy this up.
Alright. As you go down through the water, what would you, I'm trying to think, what would you be looking at around this place? Just focused on what you're doing?
Yeah, probably. Maybe glance out at where the off-putting coast was, but mostly focusing.
If you want, you give me another investigation check, or not another, or investigation check, so different than the previous one.
Okay, so that's gonna be okay. That's gonna be an 18.
I'm actually going to say this is with advantage because of your thing that gives you advantage.
Oh, I already rolled with advantage.
Oh, perfect. Technically, only advantage on finding obscure information or deducing how something works, and I would say that this is deducing how something works.
My bad.
With an 18, I will just say, it looks like, as you try and look through, it looks beautifully overgrown on the far side of the waterway that passes through this region. In the Fen Warren, which is the part all the way over there, you see just the tips of maybe houses or something. Very peaceful cottages on the far side. Which is not something that existed, as far as you know. And it just looks lively. And as you kind of look around, it feels more lively where you are currently as well than what it should. But at the same time, you've always remembered it being this way. And with an 18, I'll actually let you try that Wisdom save Constitution check again.
Okay. That is going to be a 21.
A 21. Okay. Things come back to you. Almost images in your mind of this place across the coastline that you've looked at many times. It is a much more sickly place. This is a swamp that borders the Shattered Heart. No one lives on the coastline that builds anything like that. Something is different fundamentally with this world and your memory. But it's always been like that, but no, it hasn't. As you feel like that thought in your mind that it is the same is almost trying to overtake whatever you're remembering right now, as if it threatens to snuff out that understanding of that this is wrong. And as you look around, this place looks more lively. And I'm going to say, give me one more investigation check. Actually, no, history check? Just flat.
Just flat. That's a 9.
9? Actually, I'm trying to decide. You know what? You got a 20. I'll say that with a 21 and a 9, I'll say you can get at least something here. Not as good as it would have been if you passed the history, though.
Yeah.
Something is fundamentally different with why this world is the way it is. Everything looks lively. It looks right. It looks peaceful. It looks as if the Theoclism never happened.
Oh.
And with that, we will switch over to Kenzie's side of things. Though Leinara has been able to see the first cracks in this illusion. Meanwhile, Kenzie, you look out at this world. This place that feels wrong. People you know shouldn't be here. And it feels right, but you know it shouldn't. As a Sawyer walks over and, Josh sets down food in front of where you were supposed to sit at the table. Pulls out a chair for you, and then just looks at you, waiting for you to do something. What would Kenzie do? You did pass the previous save. You know something is wrong here, but it just can't quite figure exactly why yet.
Should probably step slightly away from the table. Probably muttering something's wrong. And then try move towards the front door to get some air.
Alright. Yeah, you can would you actually go out the front door?
Yeah.
Then these people are gonna attack you, so yeah, you can do that. They seem more confused than anything about why you're while you're doing this. As you step outside, this is a beautiful little place in the mesas. A garden outside. You can see off through the canyons. It's like living in like a national park every day. It's a beautiful place here. The sky is just like with a couple clouds in the direction of the ocean, and nearly clear and sunny other than that. And as you look out towards those civilizations, they feel so lively even though you aren't there. Everything just feels good here. What would you do from this point?
It's probably like walk through the garden, maybe like sit at the edge.
What would you be trying to do physically or mentally, even if you're trying to focus on something or try and figure something out? Because I'd let you just like make a check if you're trying to figure something out.
Yeah, she's trying to like probably pinpoint specific things that are wrong. She also knows like that there's something, but like if there's like her memory or yeah.
Alright. Can I get another one of those? We'll just call them willpower rolls, the con or wisdom save.
Okay. Oh, that's a 4.
A 4. As you're trying to remember this, it just feels like it's like slipping away as you're trying to get a grasp on what's happening here. And suddenly, you feel an arm on your shoulder as you turn to the side, and silhouetted in the beautiful starry sky, which it was dawn a second ago, but it's night now somehow. You can see Sawyer is sitting there on this little stone bench with you, looking out at these stars. And it's just hard not to fall into that moment of peacefulness in this place. But I'm going to give you advantage on this check because you've already succeeded one. As this world tries to change around you. See if you can avoid falling back into it.
It's a 5. I'm gonna bring you guys.
This just feels so normal, so real, so vivid. And as those like memories, you can hold on to the ones you've captured, but it just feels wrong. Just a little. But it's hard to focus on that in a moment such as this. And I think with that, we'll go back over to Kaerith. Kaerith, you feel yourself start to be impaled. And then this stone spike stops. As Solanima looks down at you. Not even down, actually pretty much flat. I forgot. You're quite tall sitting in a chair. He's like, I think 4.5 feet tall. So pretty much just straight at you. Almost more intimidating than looking down on you. Alright. What does the traitor god want with my head on a pike? And he is going to just immediately open that question with punching you in the face with these stone, like almost brass knuckles made of stone that form around his hand, as he just immediately goes in to attack.
Okay, they take any damage?
I don't know why I rolled to hit. assuming this is gonna hit you because it's advantage and that you're restrained. Um, this
I'm
is just
stuck here, you know?
This is technically just a weapon attack, just a small weapon attack. I'm gonna call this a light hammer. So it'll be a d6 plus its strength. That is 6 damage.
You know what's so funny? I have 5 health.
Perfect. You feel
Hit
yourself lose consciousness again before waking back up as you're going to be healed by cure wounds for 10. And I am going to let you retry that wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom save.
Having no modifier on this is rough. You feel a hand around your neck as you wake back up. I didn't say we were done yet. Wake back up.
The Trader God wants your head on a platter to give Heliodor power.
Can't say that.
Why? It's technically
Can't say anything that would incriminate Heliodor.
It doesn't incriminate Heliodor, it incriminates
That's definitely I'm sorry, saying that you get the first part out and then you have the other words almost like you just can't get them out. Like you can't physically say them no matter how much you want to tell him who's really behind this. You just can't. And what's your name? I'll just say you can see his brass knuckles, these like long spikes emerge out of like the edge of these stone spikes. It almost feels like there's sand running up. Like, you know when you see those like slight sand falls in like a very eroded sandstone kind of area, especially in like a game. They love putting these in games as if everything's just eroding live in front of you.
Yep.
That running up his leg, up his chest, up his arm, as if the very sand of the ground is going up to his hand to form these spikes. I'll just say, as he just keeps finding new ways to harm you in this moment, he is not looking like he is getting any sick enjoyment out of this in any way. He looks completely neutral. There's no mercy in this man's eyes, but there is no enjoyment. This is completely normal to him. He just doesn't care. He wants the information and doesn't care what he has to do to get it.
That's another attack.
No, he hasn't attacked yet. He did ask you what your name was.
Kaerith. Kaerith.
Good. Now, are you working alone? And I'll just tell you, you actually wouldn't know what the cover story for that answer is, I don't think.
I work for hire, as I said.
That's a non-answer. And he's gonna punch you again. This time with the spikes.
Okay, let me guess. Dead again.
8. I believe that's enough to keep you alive.
Yes, I have 2 HP.
Actually, I think the maxi could have done with that's actually 9, so you're gonna stay up for that one regardless.
So
You can make the
8.
wisdom save.
3.
This is a rough day for Kaerith. Just can't get free of his spell that makes him say the wrong answers. And it gets hit every time he gives the wrong answer. That's rough. You see as he just kind of steps back and looks at you. And I'm going to let him try and make an Arcana check with this. Actually, I'll check his passive Arcana and see if it's higher than Arcana check Heliodor can do. And we'll see if he can piece this together. That was not a very good roll. He is a little too focused on causing pain right now.
He can't.
You know what's funny? This guy actually has pretty good Arcana. Unfortunate. This you would feel as these things covering your hands are going to start getting tighter, as it quickly becomes apparent that one of your arms is currently broken and was just supported by being stuck in place. Though with everything else hurting so bad, honestly didn't notice. And I need a con save.
At least this is a +5. Yeah, thank you so much, con saves. Thank you. Why can't you do that with my wisdom?
How much did you get?
Oh wait, I forgot you don't have it. 22.
22. You aren't going to take any additional proper damage yet, but I will let you retry it out of that.
Huh?
Normally this is only when you technically take damage, but I think this is close enough to doing damage, even though you are taking none, that I would count this as an opportunity to retry the check.
D&D dice. D&D Beyond dice. If you give me a nat 20 right now, my life is yours. 13.
I need to go. So I believe the chances, by the way, of you getting this roll are 15%. So it's a really rough DC.
See.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. And he's gonna keep wanting more information. Where are you coming from?
From the Beyond the Expanse. From Arbiter's Labyrinth.
And Zingulkar's working with stalkers now?
Well, I got exiled from the Labyrinth as Kaerith begins to eat up. You know, when I came to this party, I had a goal.
Good for you. You failed, and he's gonna hit you again.
And I died. Yes, cure wounds, please, cure wounds.
You feel yourself lose consciousness again, as they're gonna cast Cure Wounds again, because they're not done here. Welcome to an infinite cycle of getting knocked out and being brought back.
This is literally torture.
Yes, you just picked up on that. What do you think they're hurting you for information?
No, okay, yeah, that's extortion. Difference.
This is definitely torture. I mean, just like completely directly by the books torture.
Yeah.
I actually rolled very high on Cure Wounds that time. That is one-off maximum of a first level Cure Wounds. That is 17. I couldn't do math for a second.
You can torture me even more now, and I get a wisdom save, right?
Woo! Yep.
Literally getting on my knees here.
Man, I don't know if it played the same animation for you, but it like looked like it was like almost on 18 there. I will just say you need an 18, 19, or 20 because your wisdom modifier is so bad. It is wisdom, right? Let me just double check that I am correct on that.
It is wisdom.
Because if it's okay, it is wisdom. If it was charisma, you were gonna have an even worse time.
I thought it's gonna be charisma.
And this as you watch Solanima steps back for a sec and kind of just flicks his hand, and you see the knuckles turn to turn to sand again as he kind of just like flicks the blood off his hand. All right. You two, get to work. I'll be back in a bit when I need to be. As you see, 2 of the other druids are going to come over and just start going at it. Mostly with just blunt force with these same like type of almost earthbender coated knuckles of stone. And they're going to make 2 attacks each. Or actually, we'll say 3 attacks total. And
So
then we're
basically
going to
3
cut away.
wisdom saves, what you're saying. 3 wisdom
Yes.
saves, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what? I won't even roll. You can just take it. So you can get
Huh?
3 wisdom saves as you watch as Solanima is going to start walking out.
17!
1 short.
17!
Finally.
That's a 10. I saw it.
Let me see if you're conscious after that. So let's see. These guys have +1 strength. I said they'd be attacking with essentially a light hammer, reflavored. That does a total of 4 for the first hit, 4 for the second hit, 3 for the third hit. That's 11 damage. You should still be up by 6. As they hit you again, you can see Solanima start walking out. You feel all your senses come back to you in this moment as you get punched a 3rd time in the face. Solanima is actively walking out. What do you want to say? Or try and do?
Wait! Wait! With all my lung that I still have after getting beat almost to death for a 3rd time in a row.
So I'm going to tell you something about this encounter. This was not just going to be doing wisdom saves until you succeed. After a certain number of questions, they were going to give up, and depending on how well you cooperated, lock you up or kill you. And I'll tell you, you were getting close to the threshold. You see as Solanima turns around. What was that?
It's Heliodor. He hired me to kill you.
He is going to walk back over. He gestures for the other 2 to step aside. And then as they don't move fast enough, he gets impatient. And as he moves his staff, you see the ground underneath the other 2 slide away like a landslide, moving these 2 druids out of the way as they stumble out to either side. As he puts his hand on the crystals binding one of your hands. What? Heliodor?
He cast Dominate Person on me. I tried telling you, but I couldn't find the words. I literally could not say it. Heliodor hired me to try to kill you and put up a front. That Zingulka hired me. Heliodor wants you dead and the other house leader dead on a silver platter so that he can rule Sandrigara by himself.
Well, that last part I knew. Of course he wants to rule Sandrigara alone. I just didn't think you'd have the guts to make a move. Alright. I'm gonna see if he believes you. Roll me persuasion, and I'm going to roll his insight, and I'm going to add those together for a DC. He rolled very mid insight, but he has very good wisdom. So.
A 3.
A 3?
Yeah.
Let me check his modifier. It's gonna be close with that. I forgot he has proficiency in insight. That actually is going to help him quite a bit. That is going to bring him up to a 18 on his own, which is going to bring you over 30. Or over 20, sorry. He believes this. And as he looks in your eyes, seeing that golden light gone, he is going to turn around, wave his hand, and you feel the crystals melt off of your hands and feet as you can stand up if you wish, though, to be honest, you can stay sitting there if you want. After being just beat over and over.
I sit up and give myself a second wind.
Yep.
Okay, what was
Alright.
it? 20, 10 plus 6.
So, Heliodor push you under a spell to come after me.
Please, hold on. Yep.
Would
Yeah.
you like payback?
It slowly nods as you can see just a couple tears fall down to his chest before he wipes his eyes clean. Very much, he took something away from me, and I really want it back.
Alright. I'll make sure you're fairly compensated then. Heliodor. House Heliodor will be no more. And that is where we will cut away from Kaerith. Back to Leinara. Leinara, as you look out at this wrong world, it seems like it quickly shifts around you. And it almost feels like when you just lost track of time. It is evening on this coastline. As you turn around, Zila's gone.
Oh.
The place is cleaned up.
Oh.
And what would you do?
Not quite sure. I guess they turn around and head back home.
So I need to have you make a check that you don't know you're making. Leinara in this moment wouldn't know that this is happening. And I'm not going to tell you what modifier it is, but I'd like you to roll me a d20.
Okay.
I will say higher is better, but I won't tell you why.
Hold
There's
on,
some rolls where higher's worse. Just rare.
That's a natural 19.
Natural 19.
Yeah.
Let me check what the result of that would be then. Okay. Quite high. It's in the 20s, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
You can feel I think with your attunement to magical forces in the world, you become aware that there is magic around you in some way.
Oh.
Yet it feels like magic that I guess it almost feels like you're in a room that you've now only realized is a room, as if it is like a room painted like something else. Yet the paint is cracking and peeling and falling apart around you as something is ripping at the walls. And
Leinara's gonna...
with that unsettling
Sorry,
feeling, what would you like to do? That's all I was gonna say.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Leinara's gonna pause. And they're gonna look around them to try and figure out what in the world is going on.
Give me an investigation check.
With or without advantage?
I will say this is without advantage. This isn't figuring out how something works.
Okay. That's gonna be a 10 plus 12.
Blackwell,
Yeah.
something else knows you're here.
Oh.
All right.
Oh.
As you look around for a moment, it almost feels like as this world feels like it's cracking around you, it suddenly goes back to normal.
Huh. Okay.
I would almost call this it's almost like an earthquake just hit the very fabric of reality and then went away.
Oh.
As you would turn around, and it is the dead of night right now. As you can just see Zealith is sitting on a rock nearby, looking out at the water and the stars.
Tilly?
He's completely frozen.
Leinara's gonna approach him.
It is completely
like-
quiet as well.
Oh my gosh. They're gonna approach Zealith and like try and place a hand on his shoulder. Like, Tilly?
No motion.
What?
Just seems completely immobile. As you look at the water, the waves are completely stopped in place. There are birds in the sky completely stuck in place.
What in the world?
And as your eyes go to that, they start flapping again. You hear the waves. Tilly looks up at you. Oh. Sorry, didn't see you there.
Oh, right. It's fine. Didn't expect that you'd beat me here.
Yeah, snuck out early tonight. And
Yeah.
as you relive sneaking out to talk to Zealith in the dead of night, with whatever just happened, I need one more Constitution check or Wisdom save with advantage, as you've succeeded one already.
That's 15.
15? You understand, I would say you get that bittersweet feeling that you should get reminiscing on something like this. Because it's not right. And it quickly becomes apparent, you quickly become uncomfortable knowing that this is wrong. The world around you isn't what it should be. This is not real. But it's nice. It's relaxing.
Comforting.
It is something, it is a memory that you wish you could return to, and yet you know you have the opportunity, but it's not real. And we're going to cut over to Kenzie now. And I would say a fairly opposite position where it is feeling more real than previously. With another failed save that almost feels like you're slipping back into that dreamlike state, but clutching those memories that you should have. And as we find Kenzie again, I think what we find is, Kenzie, you can find yourself in a small workshop. It almost feels like you're just here, almost like when you're in a dream and you're just somewhere else now, and your brain's like, yeah, that makes sense. I'm here now. You find yourself with various pieces of some kind of contraption in front of you. Behind you, you hear your sister's voice, though it's just hard to make out quite what it is. As you turn around, you can see she's just like sitting on a chair nearby, looks over at you as if she just said something funny, and then just kind of like gives you the look of like, why aren't you laughing?
Sorry, what did you say?
It's fine, it wasn't important. And you would hear another voice from behind you. All right, let's get back to work. As you can see your teacher when it comes to tinkering and fixing things. Therian is here. And reaches out his hand. Could you hand me the wrench?
Yeah, okay.
No, the other one. The small one. No, not that small one.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just, you know what? Just any of them. You'll be fine. You can give him this wrench as it just feels like whatever he's making doesn't quite make sense. Like you just can't figure out in your mind, what in the world are you trying to make here? And you're like you have materials in front of you that's clearly something. It's just you can't quite figure out what in the world it's supposed to be. And I need you to make another one of those willpower checks. Con or wisdom save.
14.
14. You feel just on the verge of understanding like something is wrong here. And let me ask you, how would Kenzie react to that first understanding of something is wrong with the reality they are? They're remembering the vague memories of a world that is worse, but felt so much more real.
That's a loaded question.
Can I ask you this? And I'll tell you why. Because I forgot to ask you for advantage, and I was trying to find a good segue into remembering to tell you it's advantage because you already passed the first one. So, oops. But yeah, I can segue into that.
Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
15 is actually the DC.
Oh.
As it was for Leinara as well. Both of you have hit it exactly at least one time. This world around you is wrong. Something isn't right. Nothing in this place is real. Even though it is nice, it's just not real. And coming to terms with this, what would you do?
Should we glance at like the materials in front of her and then to Nola and just be like, this is a dream, right? And then you're not real.
What? Of course I'm real.
No, you're not. This whole thing is just wrong.
I was actually gonna make you roll, but I will let you. I'll let you roll this with advantage. As I will let you pick Arcana, Constitution, Wisdom save. I think those would be the options there. Or int save, actually. I'd let you do int save, whichever you want for this.
Insights? Did you say?
Not insight. I would say
Intelligence.
intelligence or wisdom saving throw, a constitution check, or an arcana check.
Okay, well, I have +4 on intelligence saving throws.
It's pretty
Funny!
Nat 20? You watch as Nola stands up. What? Of course I'm real. As you watch your sister's face melt away like wax as they reach out towards you, these like fingers becoming elongated and stretched as everything starts to break down around you with a nat 20 on the third check of this.
Oh.
I think that's enough to have it break down fully. As you watch as this strange world almost seems like it's paint running down as this figure reaches out toward you, barely looks like a human, or not a human being, a mousefolk being anymore, reaches towards you. You feel like the hand on your chest as it just falls apart to pieces as this world that felt so right, this place that was so calm, is ripped away, but you know it isn't real. And if it's not real, then what does it matter? As this place falls apart around you. And I think that's a good place to leave Kenzie for this episode, as we will go over for our last small segment with Leinara. Leinara, as you look out at the water, talking to your best friend, what would Leinara be focused on in this moment?
Just being with their best friend back at home and enjoying this moment. There's a part of them that feels like they should be doing everything they can to do that.
In this moment that you so desperately would want to relive, being given this opportunity, it is too much to resist. As you sit here, you feel like everything is right. It doesn't feel wrong. Maybe you're just tired. You just didn't sleep right. That dream last night was just rough. Maybe you just didn't get enough sleep. All of this could be explained so easily.
Exactly.
As I need you to roll me another d20.
Oh god. That's a 3.
3?
3.
Alright. I'm just going to reveal I'm rolling a d20 as well for something else.
Oh.
The first time, I will just say both rolls were very high. This time, the other thing's roll is very high. And yours is not. And
No.
you feel like something knows where you are. As it feels like there are cracks in your vision. As if the very rocks in front of you are crumbling, as if reality is tearing open, and then it disappears. And then these cracks come back larger, and it feels like everything around you is breaking. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
That does take a lot of psychic damage.
That's a 6.
That is unfortunate.
Oh dear.
About average for this. That is a nice little 25 psychic damage.
20?
As you see a eye looking at you through these cracks in this world for a moment, as something sees you, something with this almost otherworldly eye, of this deep, otherworldly purple. As these cracks seal again, and you feel your hands shaking, as it is hard to move for a moment, as you actually would have the stunned condition for a turn or two before it goes away, as you can still see your hands shaking. And that is where we're going to end the session. So thank you, everyone, for watching. I will see you in a future episode. Bye, everyone.